Yo, what's up? Y'all know who it is. jbo_435. And yeah, I'm about to install this high pressure fuel pump. So I didn't want to bore you guys with all the work when I have to take off the intake manifold. It was a bitch trying to get those little connectors off of the ECU or DME, whichever one you want to call it. So yeah, we can see the high pressure fuel pump right now. So we're just about to crack the lines, release the pressure, and start taking things apart so we can put the new one back in. So yeah, we got to replace this line here. We're going to replace the fuel pump, replace this line, and one more line that's going back down there. And we're also going to add a fuel filter in the mix too. Oh yeah, and we got to disconnect connect the harness, the new harness to it. And that should be it. So I got the maps sent over to me. I had them all adjusted to accommodate for the higher pressure fuel pump. So yeah, that should make things a little bit easier on the startup. And yeah, oh yeah, and don't forget to disconnect your battery right there, just so you don't touch anything on that starter or spark anything on that. So next clip is going to be showing all that stuff disconnected, all apart. So all right, I'll show y'all step by step. Let's go. Alright, so we're on this line here, so let's see how much fuel comes out. I got glasses on right now, so I'm all protected. Alright, and that's it. Alright, so let's see, we're ready to take this boy out. We had to run to the store and get some more torque bits, but and I also had to take this line off because there's a hard ass curve that was kind of stuck under this piece right here. So I had to take that line off. I thought I was going to be able to keep it on and just kind of wiggle this out, but nope. So yeah, I just unbolted the two screws I was holding it down. Let's take this boy out. Let's see. Oh yeah, oh shit, okay. All right, there she is. All right, what y'all didn't know, I upgraded to the B58, the super pump. No, I'm just playing. Now we're gonna see how that Spool performance high pressure fuel pump do. So yeah, next step is to get this hard line off. And then I believe there's another line down there. I got to jack up the car, get up under there, and finish working. All right, but I'm gonna let y'all know, man. I'm gonna bring y'all along the way. So y'all keep watching. All right, so update. So we have the fuel pump installed, but none of the lines are replaced yet. So we're at the point where we want to see what we do with this here. And I see that pretty much this end doesn't plug back into the stock harness. So just like on Keys Motorsports, where he installs his XDI high pressure fuel pump, we're gonna need to cut the that harness off so we can solder this one back on, so this can plug up to the new fuel pump. So we're gonna have to do that. And yeah, I thought it was a plug and play system, but I guess not. So, and we also got the low pressure line freed up, so I'm gonna be replacing that as soon as I go ahead and replace this harness here. So yeah, you know, I thought it was easier, but you know, it never turns out easy. So I'm gonna keep updating you guys along the way. All right.
Like, I don't understand, like, why they would send you a kit that doesn't have instructions to tell you what hose goes where. Like, this one is super long.
Yeah, that was my assumption too, but I mean, it makes sense. This is the high pressure line, so I mean, you see how this is, yeah, it is kind of long.
And it's running over the top of your oil filter.
Yep. But, yeah.
That's going to rub on the hood.
No, not exactly. It shouldn't rub on the hood, but yeah, this that boy it is pretty long to be routing that kind of line right there. But whatever works. I mean, if that's their design and it works for them, so let's see. It would make sense to use one of those type of lines because it's more flexible. But I guess it's just not a high pressure line.
Even that would still be long. So, and that's not going to have the bend. So
yeah. But you know, that line that we're replacing is this one here. So you see how many bends it has compared to just, you know, one little curve, one big curve, how that one is right there. So
yeah, I guess, man, that just looks funky.
Yeah, it does look funky. So we did the connector. We actually had to splice the connector in to mate up to the fuel pump. And yeah, so we're working on a low pressure line, and we're gonna install that with the fuel pump, or the fuel filter. This guy right here, and yeah, after that, put the intake manifold back on, and it should be all done. So we're about to get ready to jack up the car and tackle that line under there. All right, so we found some issues with this kit. You know, everything doesn't line up, fit up the way, you know, it's supposed to. So Chris, what did you find out here?
Well, I would just say that they need to shorten this high pressure hose and this pressure hose.
This line here needs to be shortened. This line here needs to be shortened. Because yeah, look how it has to bend and curve, you know, to fit the fuel filter there. And
then if they need to give you a bracket for the fuel filter so you can mount the bracket up
and definitely a bracket to mount the fuel filter down there. Because if we push all these lines down there, then the hard line for the fuel that goes back of to the gas tank, that would be sticking down, like, you know, past, you know, the floor pan. So I mean, you don't want that line sticking out because it can snag and, you know, or hit something and wear out or whatever. But yeah, so there are some fitment issues, like, you know, long lines, definitely the connector issue. I thought that was plug and play. That's what I said in my last video. Definitely, just like any other kit, like the XDI, you have to splice it. So hopefully when I start it up and everything, there's no like clinking or, you know, noise like that coming from the fuel filter. So yeah, it's about time to mount everything back up. We got to put the bolts back to hold this little harness, little section there.
The other thing too is this is pretty tight to the NOx sensor.
Oh yeah, and the clearance from the NOx sensor is, you know, millimeters, like right here. So, but yeah, man, I understand it's a bigger pump. You know, it's gonna be not that much clearance for everything else, but we got it. We got done, man. We finished this shit, man. But you know, we just gotta put together back the puzzle. You know, put all the connectors back in, all the sensors, intake manifold. Yeah, and flash it, start it back up, and let's go. Alright, so I got everything snug, ready to put that intake manifold back on. But I wanted to show you guys how those intake valves are looking since I walnut blasted them. So they're still looking pretty clean. I mean, you don't see that much buildup on them. I didn't see any oil in my throttle body. So yeah, they're still looking pretty good. Yep. Just a quick update. Just a little finding. I went ahead and checked the charge pipes. So this one is actually, you know, barely kind of over the lip. So I'm pretty sure that was leaking a little bit. This is the boost pipe going to the turbo to the intercooler. So yeah, I'm gonna loosen that up and push that pipe all the way in there and tighten it back up. So yeah, it's been a long day. This is, you know, I'm home. You know, my homeboy Chris, he helped me out a ton. So basically after everything, you know, I installed everything, got the flash on there, had a issue with the cable. I actually needed a different adapter to adapt what cable? This cable here. I had to get an adapter for this to my phone. Basically the other one wasn't working, so yeah, we ended up doing that. Ended up flashing the DME with the tune that I got from Spool. And yeah, I've been getting a low pressure, you know, check engine light, and also, you know, my RPMs are staying at like around 1,000. When I clear the codes, the RPMs drop, but then it comes right back with the drivetrain malfunction, and yeah, the car doesn't run right. So tomorrow I'm gonna flash it again with one of the other maps, or might even just flash it back to stock. When it was actually on the stock tune, it wouldn't even start. So luckily it was able to start with this flash, but still the fuel pressure is low. So yeah, that's pretty much that's gonna be the end of this day here. So tomorrow, charge my phone back up so we can go ahead and flash it again, try the other maps, and see if I can fix this issue. So if it's software based, you know, hopefully it can just be fixed with the flash. But if it's hardware, oh man, I would hate to do all that work again, because I know Slow Speed, Mike from Slow Speed, he had to go through the same issue again. So he installed the pump, and I guess it was bad pump that they gave him, and yeah, like a week later he installed the new one, and you know, it started running for him. So I hope that doesn't have to happen to me, but you know, but all in all, I'm still, you know, right now I'm kind of bummed out because all that work I put in, and you know, it's not working. Plain and simple. So we'll see. I'll keep troubleshooting, but yeah, I'll come back tomorrow. Hey, it's day 2. All right, so I got some good news for y'all. Hey, I just left work and pretty much in the parking lot just flashed the DME again with the revised map that, you know, Spool offered me. And oh my gosh, man, I'm so happy. No more drivetrain malfunction, no more high idle. Everything is working as normal. Like it's a normal driving car. So I guess I'm gonna start some logging. Oh man, just excited right now because that was a headache right there. I was stressed out, but yeah, I'm bad at, you know, vlogging, you know, the progress of like flashing and everything. Most people know how to do that already. Most people, it's actually my first time doing it, so it was a little bit of a learning curve for me, but it's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, so I'm excited. I got JB4 on map 1 right now, and you know, haven't did any pulls, just letting the car warm up. Woo, riding smooth, feels good. I'll cut back when I may do some logs, you know, on the camera, but I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I believe this is you if I don't include any logs, you know, this is pretty much it. This is the installation. So this is pretty much what I went through. I took you guys along the way, showing you what I had to do, all the issues I came across, things that, you know, could be better on the kit that was provided. But you know, still got everything to work. You know, just doing it in, you know, my homeboy's garage. So yeah, it was definitely worth it going through all those little issues that we did. So I mean, it's not worth it yet because I really haven't, you know, put my foot down on it yet. But you know, I'm just happy to see that, you know, it's riding smooth right now with the upgraded, you know, fuel pump in there. So yeah, thank you, Spool. I gave you a thumbs up so far. So we'll try the other maps and see what kind of power I can push out. And hopefully I can get like a little draggy little session for you guys, because my homeboy Chris, he has a draggy, and see what we can do from 60 to 130. So yeah, y'all stay tuned for that. All right, peace.